loan criteria, etc., we could have some 9 banks going under, but we need to do that introspection ourselves. And so, Alfred Thompson is here. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. Very well. How are you doing?
Great. How was your weekend?
Lovely.
Great.
And very lovely. We started on a sad note on Friday with Achu's funeral, but they finally laid him to rest. May his soul rest in peace. Then on Sunday, we had the Vice President attending the Apasidai in the Ashanti region, which was very colorful, very, I don't know what words to use for it, but the Ashanti has done well with the Apasidai, and it's something that everybody should visit.
Okay.
Make sure that they've seen it.
All right.
I have another sad note that I have to wish my deepest condolences to Nana Dokuya.
Who lost their mom?
Yeah, she lost their mom.
Trade minister.
Trade minister. Yesterday, they had their 1 week. They had sitting down and everything. And also the father, who is a very good friend of mine, Nana Nyampo. I wish them all my deepest condolences.
All right. Eduji Tamaklo is also a legal practitioner. He's also a member of the NDC's legal team. Good morning to you, Eduji. How was your weekend as well?
Good morning, Roland, and good morning to my friend Alfred. My weekend, cool. Had to go and do some party work. Went on news file. Came back home to sleep.
Yeah, I saw you firing there as well.
Small.
And you are here this morning to fire.
Small.
We'll see how that goes. But as we do every Monday, Tuesday.
You know, this week, the good people of Gonja land are going to have a new the schemement of the new Yabonwura. I can only wish them well. H.E. John Dramani Mahama will be there to grace the occasion, and most definitely it's going to be colorful.
Now, we have to get into the subject of missions, because we do that every Monday and Tuesday before we get into the main discussions. But for the main discussion, we're talking about the possibility of 9 banks being insolvent from the impact of the domestic debt exchange. And this is coming out from a report that has been authored or co-authored by Dr. Richmond Ichiahini and another. And it says that if the International Fiscal Reporting Standards 9 is applied in a stricter sense, 9 Ghanaian banks could be insolvent or go down under from the impact of the domestic debt exchange program on their operations. You already know that Credit Suisse, for example, as well as another bank in the Silicon Valley, had been saved or is being saved or has been saved by the US government. We already did a banking sector reform in 2017. What lessons can we learn, etc.? What is the current state of our banks currently? You as depositors, for those who are financing those banks, who are directors and shareholders, what are the implications? But before we do that discussion, let's take you to the communities, because the 15-year-old Form 3 junior high school student who was forced into early marriage by her parents at Gyundok in the Nabdam district of the Upper East region has been rescued by Gender, Children and Social Protection Ministry. And the marriage has been dissolved and she is now back in school. Stanley Niblu is reporting.
In November last year, when the mission team visited the Gundok Junior High School, Hannah had been married off to a middle-aged farmer and was pregnant. She was living in the man's house and was attending the same school with her stepchildren, who are in the primary school. Even though married, teachers allowed her with the pregnancy to be in school. This was possible as the Ghana Education Service has been implementing the re-entry policy, which enables teenage pregnant mothers to stay in school and even resume schooling after giving birth. Cases of teenage pregnancy, child marriage and elopement are rife in the area, and Hannah was just one of them. 5 months after the airing of the story, I returned to the school to assess the latest developments. Hannah will be due for delivery in 2 months. Stakeholders are engaged during my first visit, moved in to rescue Hannah. The marriage has been dissolved, and she is now back to her parents' house. The man who married Hannah has also been tasked by the District Social Welfare Department to pay 150 cedis monthly as Hannah's upkeep, while catering for her antenatal service costs. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, as well as the Ghana Education Service, dispatched delegations to engage Hannah's parents.
We spelled out the consequence because we told Hannah that when she goes back to the man, though there are plans to arrest the man because it's a defilement case, and defilement cases are criminal cases. So we spelled, we took turns to explain to her, and really she understood. With our support, it is my hope that Hannah will not go back to the man.
Hannah is happy to have come back home.
I'm sure that if I give birth, I'll come back to school.
Her mother, Azuma Akolugu, said the decision to marry off her daughter should not have happened.
Mama na yasa by the I'm a dear pa just say mama nya ni tie e free said the aware city adan me kaya me see wo sole se wo wara e dim pa e sitina kura ho hair intimate na kama mama be yiko aware city kan ho ba chiro.
She commended TV3 for intervening in her daughter's case.
My idea pa monsan koso tambia e bia na e bi kwaya sakura na semo ha me so betunifo na maka kire se on hweye no wan ye ne saa nti mo ye saa na e pa magima no ya mama na enkoso kire se ya nko school ya nim de bia se de sitie no afide mo tieni.
Head teacher of the Gundog Junior High School wants measures intensified by the community to avoid exposing girls to early marriages.
The man was also warned that he would have even gone to jail, but I think it's like the girl more or less supported him a bit, because the girl was not willing to just come out and boldly to say that, oh, maybe it's a forced marriage, or else the guy. But when we met a social welfare and they questioned her, she said it was her own will. But earlier on, she said she was forced marriage. So it's like she was not trying to come out clearly. So that was where the man was a little bit considered.
Agnes Anamu is the Nabdam District Chief Executive.
As for girl child education is on the plan. Teenage pregnancy and all those is on the plan. So the basis, before we have an assembly meeting, we have EXICO, we have committee meetings. Then we bring education committee meeting is there. Then they bring all this. We sit on an EXICO meeting before we go for assembly meeting. And when we go for assembly meeting, we put the tax on them too. Now, it's not only the social welfare that goes out. Me like this, if there's any deba. They invite us all over festivals. If there's any deba, I have to put it in girl child education, the importance there. It means even the chiefs, nowadays they themselves, they put it there.
Dr. Mark Ket Nawani represents the people of Nabdam in the legislature.
If the economic situation is bad, your children should not be the chips or the pawns in the game. They should be out of the equation. They should find a different way of solving the economic problems, and not your girl child, giving her out for marriage, and you take 2 cows or 3 cows. For how long can these cows take care of you? You sell them within a matter of a month or 2. It's over. The chiefs and people have to also take it up in their festivals, meetings. We need to be talking about some of these issues so that it comes out and then everybody picks it up.
Hannah is hoping to undergo safe delivery so she will come back to continue her education. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Gundog, Nabdam.